For Advent this year, instead of opening up a Christmas calendar and getting a little chocolate, I decided to hike the same amount of miles as the date all the way through December until Christmas Day. I battled sub-zero temperatures, snow, ice and torrential rain, but I saw some cool sunsets and some really nice wildlife and nature. I knew this would be a tough challenge, but with the weather and getting the hike in every day before work, I didn't realise how tough this challenge was going to be. Here is day 11 to 19 of how this challenge went. December 11th and day 11 of my hiking advent calendar challenge, and I'm currently on my 11-mile hike, and as you can see the weather is pretty arctic here in the UK at the moment. There's a good inch of snow on the ground now and it's still snowing. You can hear the snow compacting as I walk on it. Absolutely beautiful today. I'm just walking down this country road and it's been untouched. There's no footprints or tyre marks and it just looks unbelievable. Absolutely beautiful here in the UK today. And just come to the end of my 11-mile hike now and it stopped snowing and the snow is like compacted and freezing again. So it's getting quite slippy and getting quite tough to hike in these conditions. But that's 11 miles complete, day 11 complete. Another day ticked off of the challenge. See you tomorrow. I finally made it out onto my 12-mile hike and it's been very tough to get going today. Luckily I'm starting work at 4 o'clock and I started this hike at 10:30 and I'm only about a mile in. So I should finish at about 2 o'clock. It's going to take me about 3.5 hours to finish today's hike. So that should give me a couple of hours before work. But I'm up, I'm out, I'm hiking, and that's what this challenge is about, getting it done. I made it to the woodland track now, and it's not too bad to walk on. It's just a bit of snow, but it's not slippy or anything, which is nice. And now I'm just going to walk up and down this 1 mile stretch of woodland for about 8 miles, I think. So it took me 2 miles to get here, 2 miles back, so that's 4 miles, and then 8 miles. So I need to do along this track and back 4 times, and that'll get me to 12 miles. Had to do math then, and my brain didn't work. Oh man, I'm tired. This challenge is tough, but I'm taking it one day at a time. But overall, I am enjoying it. It is a lot of fun, and it's been nice being forced to get outside every day. It's been really, really tough today. I've just not got any motivation at all. It's really, really tough just to hike the miles. I'm about halfway through now, about just over 6 miles. And it has been lovely on this woodland track. There's so many birds. I've had to get the headphone in and get a little podcast going just to keep me motivated and entertained. Yeah, just really struggling today. I'm not actually struggling with the daily mileage itself. 12-mile hike isn't too bad. I can easily do that. It's the daily hiking that's challenging at the moment. The fact that I have to do it every day and work a full-time job. It is really challenging. It's a tough 12 miles now complete. And it's really slippy here on the path. I'm having to walk on the road. See you tomorrow for the start of the half marathon distance days. Just started hiking and it's a half marathon day today, and I'm not very inspired. I'm motivated to do the hike today, which is nice because yesterday was a struggle, but I'm not inspired at all, and I'm not sure what hike I'm doing today. So I've just started walking, seeing where my feet take me, and it's still bitterly cold here in the UK. Kind of getting used to the cold weather now. Once I'm started walking and hiking, it's I warm up nicely, so it's not too bad, but at the moment it's about -2. Should take me just under 4 hours to do this hike today, and that gives me about an hour to get ready for work for 2 o'clock. So far I'm managing the hiking and the job. I've decided to do the half marathon around the parkrun route. So the route itself is 1.5 miles, because the parkrun they do 2 loops of it. So yeah, it's quite a few loops to do, but it's nice. So there's lots of trees, there's birds chirping. I walk back and along the river a lot, so it's quite a nice nature walk. I'm inspired again. I wasn't when I left my house. I didn't have a clue what I was going to do today, which is quite nice. It's quite adventurous, I suppose. I've got just under half a mile left to hike, and it's taken me about 3 hours 50 minutes, so just under 4 hours it'll take to finish this hike today. And it's been a surprisingly enjoyable one. Basically done a half marathon on my local parkrun route, which is really nice, and there's been a lot of wildlife in the park, a lot of squirrels looking for food, and a lot of birds along the river as well, a lot of swans, moorhens, and it's been really nice, surprisingly enjoyable. And that's day 13 complete, and the challenge is starting to take its toll. I'm starting to look very, very tired, but I'm getting it done. See you tomorrow for day 14. Good morning. It's December 14th, and it's a struggle today. I'm not feeling it at all, and yeah, I'm out hiking, which is good, but yeah, I'm really struggling today. So I'm at work at 4 o'clock, and I've left just after 10 o'clock, so it should take me just over 4 hours to do this hike and get to work. And yeah, it's just a massive struggle to get out of bed, struggle to get going, but now I'm going, I feel a bit better. But this challenge is getting really, really tough, and it's not so much the actual mileage that I'm struggling with at the moment, it's just the relentless daily aspect of it. Just doing the hike every single day with my job, it's really tough. But I'm still getting it done. I'm out here hiking, I'm on my 14-mile hike today, and the route is I'm making it up as I go along. So I've walked out on a country road, I'm on my woodland track, so I'm gonna do the woodland walk for a couple of miles, and then I'm going to head off to Laycock, the village of Laycock, and do a couple of little loops around there and walk back. Let's get into this hike, let's get it done. Let's get these 14 miles done and keep the challenge alive. Beautiful. Laycock's a lovely old village. I love walking around there. I love looking at all the old buildings, all the old timbers for the houses. It's yeah, it's fascinating how they used to build houses hundreds of years ago. And I've been listening to podcasts and some music to keep me motivated, and I'm looking forward to getting this hike done in 2 miles. I'm being blinded by the sun, and I have a day off work today, which is much needed, as I had 7 days in a row of work and I definitely needed to recharge. And I've left a little bit later today, so it's just gone 2 that I started, and today's hike of 15 miles is going to take about 4.5 hours, so I'm going to finish in the dark, and it's in the minuses. I don't know what was that. It was a big bit of snow. I thought it was a bee for some reason. What? I don't know why. It felt like a bee hitting me. I don't know why bees would be around at this time of year, but yeah, there's just a bit of snow falling from the tree. And snow and the ice has gone from the country roads and most of the paths now, so it's safe to venture out and hike to the villages again. I'm going to get to this hike, get warmed up a little bit. I'm only on 1.5 miles, so I have a little way to go yet. Currently on 6.5 miles. I've just been walking through this field and now I'm just going to come back onto the road again. And the sun's setting in front of me and you can sort of see the glow of it. It's quite nice. And I'm walking very slowly and just very chilled out as I don't have to work today. And the miles are just ticking along very slowly. If I get this hike done, I'll get there. I'll finish it in the dark, but I will get it done today and keep the challenge alive. The sun's just gone down behind me now and just coming up to 8 miles hiked, so I've got 7 miles left to go and temperature is plummeting now. It is freezing and with my gloves on my hands are still frozen. But it's been beautiful watching the sun go down and the sky is a beautiful colour and you can hear all these birds chirping, which is beautiful. But I don't know how they stay warm, they must just curl up in their little nests. And that's 15 miles complete and it's taken just under 4 hours 40 minutes. And it's a very tough cold hike today, but it's another day of the challenge complete and tomorrow I'm going to be hiking along the canal. See you then. I'm going along the Kennet and Avon Canal, which has frozen over, as you can see. And it's -4 here at the moment. So I'm doing an out and back today, 8 miles along the canal to the town of Devizes, and then 8 miles back. And I have another day off work today, so I've left just after 12 o'clock. My legs feel good, my legs feel strong. My feet are swollen a tiny little bit, but that's pretty normal. That's what happens on my through hikes as well. So when I'm hiking every day, your feet just swell up a little bit. But no blisters, all good. High spirits at the moment, motivated, mentally good. So let's get in today's hike, let's get today done. One of the reasons to do this challenge was just to get me out of the house in December. Typically a month I never really do much and experience different things, and that's definitely happening today. I wouldn't have gone for a hike if I wasn't doing this challenge today. And see this canal frozen over, never seen a frozen canal before, so this challenge is definitely doing what I hoped it would, and it's good training. Keep the hiking fitness up, ready for next year, next summer, where I've got lots of big hikes planned. But today is very enjoyable so far. Hello. Hello. Come to say hello. Oh, is that nice? I'm on just over 8 miles now and I've turned around and I'm making my way back. And the sun is starting to set here and the temperatures are going down. It definitely feels colder now, the sun's starting to set. That's 16 miles complete in 5 hours. And apart from the freezing cold, it was a very enjoyable canal hike. On to the next. Good morning, it is December 17th and I've left a little later than I would like today. I've started this hike at 10 o'clock and I'm in work at 4:30 today. So this hike should take me just over 5 hours to complete the 17 miles. So I should finish at about just gone 3 o'clock, give myself an hour before work. And today's route, I'm kind of making it up as I go along again. I'm just going to walk out of the town to the little villages of Whitley. I'm going to kind of do some loops and walk around the village a little bit, and then I'm going to continue on to the town of Corsham and loop back around through Laycock and see what the mileage is on when I get to Laycock. So I've just set off, so it's still pretty cold, so I'm going to get into this hike, get some miles done. And even though it's day 17 of the challenge out of 25 days, I'm still not halfway in terms of mileage. I've completed 136 miles so far in December, and I've got, trying to do maths, and I've got 189 miles left to go. So at some point on the hike tomorrow, I will hit the halfway marker in terms of mileage, which just shows you how much this challenge is weighted towards the end in terms of mileage. It's going to be tough, and I'm looking tired. I've been hiking just over 2 hours now, and it's actually warmed up a few degrees. I've taken my hat off and it's not bitterly cold, which is nice. And it is midday, so it's definitely better hiking at this time. It's just a little bit warmer. And I'm on just over 7 miles, so 10 miles left to go. And the headphones are in now, and I'm going to put a podcast on to keep me entertained. 3 hours left to hike. I think that was a kite or a buzzard on the lamppost there that I just managed to sneak a peek at as it flew away. And I'm in my last mile now, 1 mile to go. And it's been a solid hike today, and it's going to take just a few minutes over 5 hours. And it's getting tiring now, the miles are getting very big. But the challenge is still alive. On to the next one, see you tomorrow. Good morning, it is December 18th and it's a lot different day today than it was yesterday. It's a lot milder and a bit wetter, and it's scheduled to heavy rain in the next few hours. So I've got my waterproof trousers on as well, and the route I'm doing is the same route as yesterday, just doing it in reverse and adding on an extra mile to get up to 18 miles. And I'm currently on 3 miles, so 15 miles left to go. So let's get into the day 18 of this challenge and get it done. I'm currently on 6 miles now, and it's starting to rain. So get my hood up, and I think it's going to be heavy rain for a couple of hours, I think. Some of these country roads are still covered in snow and ice, and with the rain coming down now, it's just making them so difficult to walk on. I have to walk in the middle of the road where the snow still is, but on these bits, this is just complete sheet ice, and it's making it very difficult, very difficult to hike on. I'm currently on 12 miles now of my 18 miles, and been battling the rain for the last couple of hours, and my feet are soaking wet, but it is what it is. You can't control the weather, and a little bit of rain isn't going to stop me from completing this challenge and completing this hike today. Poor little squirrel, a dead squirrel, been hit by a car. Poor little guy. And that's part of this challenge, getting out when the weather is rubbish. But let's get it done, let's get these 6 miles hiked and get day 18 complete. In the last quarter of a mile now of my 18-mile hike. And it's been a tough hike today in the cold and the rain, and I've got 45 minutes to get in, get dry and get to work. I left a bit late again today, left at just gone 10. I start work at 4 and this hike is taking 5 hours 15, and there's now 7 days of the challenge left and 7 more hikes to complete. See you tomorrow. Good morning, it's 9:05 and it is December 19th. I've just set off on my 19-mile hike. So I'll start work at 4 o'clock today, as I did the last couple of days, and all of this week I start at 4 o'clock, which gives me a chance to get these hikes done. And this hike should take me about 5.5 hours today, so I should finish at 2:30-ish, and that gives me about an hour to get ready for work. And I am looking very tired today, and I feel tired, and yeah, with my work and these hikes, it's really starting to catch up with me, but I need to stay strong. It's the last week now, and all this week I'm basically just getting up, getting a massive hike in and getting to work. I'm working quite late as well. Most days I'm finishing work at about 10, 11 o'clock, and then I'm just getting home, just trying to get to sleep. Just trying to get up as early as possible. And the weather's completely changed now. 2 days ago it was sub-zero temperatures and ice and snow everywhere, and now it's about 10 degrees. It's really mild here in the UK. And for today's hike I'm going to be hiking to a town called Bradford and Avon, and that's just going to be along the country roads, and then I'll get on the Kennet and Avon Canal and come back to Melksham, and that should be 19 miles for today. Let's get into this hike, let's get it done. Let's wake up because I'm half asleep still. Just coming up to 2 miles hiked, and it started to rain, and it's raining pretty heavy, so it's going to be another wet one today. So this whole bit of this country road is completely flooded, so I've hopped over into the farmer's field. It's crazy windy now, and I can just get back over this gate. That's the second time the camera fell over. I'm not going back for a third time to try and do that shot, so I'm just gonna leave it there. As you can see, I'm walking down a country road, so yeah. Trying to film a vlog is quite funny sometimes. Faffing around with the camera, just trying to capture what the hike is like, I suppose, but it's all still pretty new to me, to be honest. So I just find it funny, so I'm just gonna leave it in there. Camera falling down. The struggles of filming. I'm currently on 6 miles of today's hike, and I still have a half marathon to go. Tough. Let's get it done. Get there one step at a time. Tipping down for the last hour, but I'm coming into Bradford and Avon now. I'm going to get to the shop, get some food, get out the rain for 5 minutes. wasn't very nice to see. That was basically someone's home that had burnt down. Hopefully they're okay. But I'm through Bradford on Avon now, and I've just got onto the Kennet and Avon Canal, and I'm on 11 miles, so I have 7 miles of the canal to do now, and then a couple of miles to get home. And it's still raining. It's on and off, really bad rain the last couple of hours, really windy, but it is very mild, so that's nice. But the rain is good for the ducks, and now the canal's defrosted, yeah, all the wildlife can now swim on the water again, which is nice. Well, some rain lashes down. That was really cool. I think the camera got it. It was a kingfisher just on the side of the canal here, and I think the camera picked it up. You can see the colours just about, and it's lashing down with rain again. It's lashing down. On 15 miles now. I've got 4 miles left to hike. It's still raining. It's been raining for the last 2 hours. I'm soaking through, but getting it done today is what it is. I knew the weather would make this challenge tough being in December, but yeah, it is not disappointing. It is definitely tough. I had to battle sub-zero temperatures for the first couple of weeks, and now it's gone mild. It's just raining. The challenge is getting very, very difficult now. Each day is getting a lot more difficult than the last. That's 19 miles complete in 5 hours 40 minutes as the rain comes down again, and I'm pretty close to home now. And there's 6 hikes left to go, 6 days left to go to Christmas, and this challenge is over. And it's getting pretty relentless now.